today. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the LA Chargers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Well, CD, new season is here. Lions and Chiefs got it going on Thursday night. You and I were there. What a scene. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And they will be led out by a young man, probably with some butterflies here. A lot of anticipation, making his first NFL start.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yardage with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Play action. Now Richardson. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 29-yard line. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They go play action with Richardson. Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Now their versatile running back. Here's Austin Eckler. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now 2nd and 3. They're going to go toss right side with Eckler. Trying to find some space to turn upfield, but this defense having none of it. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. He'll look to throw. Oh, no. The first throw of his career is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Robbie Chosen. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. On the return, it's Taylor. This taken in right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Well, there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Miami set to take over.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick 1st down.
Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
There, Richardson back to throw it.
That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now Richardson.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
9 yards, and that leaves them just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only a pickup of 2, but that's all they needed for the first.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Let's go now. Move it, 19.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler, and he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st.
A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
Once more, here's Eckler. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. They'll look to throw. That is caught. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And the lead is now 10-7. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it ends with the Chargers getting into the end zone.
Taken at the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Richardson looking to throw this. That's going to be caught by Waddle.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down.
Nobody had more speed on offense last season than Miami, and Waddle might be the fastest player on that unit. Led the NFL with over 18 yards per catch and was in the top 10 in yards despite playing with an all-pro in Tyreek Hill.
Richardson to throw off play action.
Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. Give him 32 on the play.
Well, he looked his way quite a bit in this first half, and with good reason. You can see it there. He is such a handful defensively, just too hard to keep him under wraps, and delivers a big play here for this offense.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Here's Richardson to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Chargers will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
They have been struggling to put points on the board so far. While you don't want to lump it all on the rookie quarterback, he's definitely the root cause. And all rookies, they have those learning experiences in their first year. What they're hoping for is that he can learn on the fly, work through his struggles against his defense, and at the same time, still find a way to put them in a position to win.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
A-Chain on 1st and 10.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
A-Chain is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, I know defensive coordinator is going to be pretty excited about what he just saw there. Great knockback by their front. And now with the ball where it is, I would expect to see the offense throw the ball on 2nd and 3rd down here.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Mostert going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line.
It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Richardson now on 3rd and goal.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, a 5-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins have retaken the lead. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said, this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away.
Taylor now will return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
Flushed out right, and he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The offense on third down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1. And the ball is knocked out, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Running left, it's A-Chain.
And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
A-Chain now up the middle.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. They'll send a receiver in motion left.
He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Here is 3rd down and 4. Richardson looking to throw. He dumps it off to A-Chain.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Another completion there. And we think back to the draft in the spring. This franchise essentially handing him the keys to the operation, a top 5 pick. Charles, how ready do you think he is?
I think he's ready for the NFL in terms of size, speed, the makeup of him, the character of him. The key is going to be, will this team accept everything he brings to the game and adapt to it, not just necessarily plug him into something that he doesn't do well.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher for guys trying to get to the football.
First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
And Richardson looks to throw once more. On the throw led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Richardson on 2nd and 10. Throw left side to Higgins. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Richardson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The LA defense up to snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Now to try the field goal, here's Daniel Carlson from the left hash. Should be a fairly easy one here. Carlson able to put this one through, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage. He's had a good chunk of carries. Problem is for very little success. I don't want to put it all on his shoulders, but that's a big reason they're losing right now.
Have to be very careful that he doesn't start pointing fingers. Offensive line obviously trying. The defense is doing a nice job against him today. When it's all said and done, it's all about the guy in the mirror. He has to get it done better going forward.
See if he can look and do some soul searching now. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Staying on his feet. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Here's 2nd and 8. That's into the hands of Eckler. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Quick slant complete to Keenan Allen. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A gain there of 21 yards.
Hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Looking to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the 2nd quarter.
Wilkins, not known as a sack artist, only 8 combined in his last 2 seasons, but almost 100 tackles and a pair of forced fumbles for the Finns last season.
And this one is right through. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started out in Denver. And it's the Raiders who have the lead in the second quarter. A couple of touchdown passes there for Joe Burrow. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Miles Sanders, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Detroit Lions. Isaiah Pacheco, a touchdown run in the victory.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's take...
And he loses the football a second time. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And this is a guy who's going to get some carries going forward. Picked up as a free agent just this past week.
How about fresh legs, right? We always talk about bringing a guy in, provides that spark and maybe a little bit of extra energy.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. They work now on 2nd and 9.
They'll set up to throw. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Running on 1st down, Eckler.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. They'll look to throw here. Shakes off the sack. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
He certainly did his best to find something on that run, but there just wasn't enough time to make it happen. Nice effort there, avoiding the sack and getting back to the line of scrimmage. That one certainly could have ended up worse.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Allen's got it complete. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Their mobile quarterback making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Chargers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that gives him a 3-point lead. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was finished off with a 10-yard touchdown scamper. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good 2nd half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just already know our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
This is Fant on the short completion. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now it's Richardson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
Come on. 18 Cardinals.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Eckler.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A good head-down running on the return, gets about 15 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Richardson on the bootleg here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Richardson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Back to the air with Richardson. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it's 2nd down. A give up the middle to A-Chain. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. 3rd and 3. Richardson on 3rd and short. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down. Going for it on 4th, Richardson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Chargers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. A good action to this point in the 3rd quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here's 3rd and 3. A handoff. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Man, that's a 3rd fumble for him now in this ball game. And you know the old saying, CD, once is a fluke, twice a coincidence, 3 times becoming a pattern.
3 times is a problem in this case because we've seen field goal kickers have days like this, quarterbacks occasionally. But how rare is it for us to see a running back lose it 3 times trying to carry it?
And the slot man goes in motion left.
He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Now Richardson. They set up the screen to A-Chain.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
Over the middle, complete. That's Higgins. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Out of the gun, here's a give to A-Chain.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
46 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
They go play action with Richardson.
This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Now Richardson back to throw it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
Carlson on for the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. It's Eckler again. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. That is caught and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and give it instead to Eckler.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now back to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
So a nice throw there. And, CD, I'd have to think you've been impressed with what you've seen thus far here in his debut.
You know me well. I have been impressed because what I've seen is him starting to understand how to play the game in a short amount of time.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Following the fumble recovery, Richardson. Nifty footwork at the 45. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. He got 29 yards that time.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
A-Chain gets it from the gun.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. A-Chain here, they stay on the ground.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Here's Richardson to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll make this a 7-point game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. At that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. fighting to stay upright. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes a correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. They're going to look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. Back to throw again. That's complete right around the 8.
And the Chargers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Eckler is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory.
Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point.
And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception. What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Dolphins offense returning to the field. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain.
Fighting through.
So a decent game there on the play, but that all gets wiped out with a penalty.
Well, that's a setback, but all the good play callers, they just move on. They find something else in the playbook. They can attack this defense, and they go right back on the offensive on this play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Again, it's A-Chain.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
On 3rd down, here's Richardson. This one thrown underneath to A-Chain.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they're looking at 4th down now in this tie ball game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
Chargers offense back onto the field. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle.
Room here to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. 1st down, and they stick with Eckler.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Here's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Trying to punch it in with Eckler. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th.
And this is a time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
The extra point try now from Dicker.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown. It's a 7-point lead here in the final minute of the game. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. So the Dolphins now down by 7, 25 seconds remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Now Richardson. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Richardson's throw caught by Higgins. And he'll be taken down as that'll net him only about a gain of 9. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. A big play in this football game. 3rd down and 1. One last shot for Richardson. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Los Angeles, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Choose from 4 preset offers that range in level of risk.